Assalamualaikum and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin, allow us to extend our humble apologies for the slight delay. I don't know whether you guys have heard, but Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp have been down for the past 7 hours. And so on our side, we're doing our very best to get things up to speed for a seamless experience. I think Mark Zuckerberg is quaking in his boots, but so far, so good. And we humbly apologize early on if there are any misgivings or ada apa-apa kesilapan semasa kami bersiaran di atas talian pada kali ini. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our honourable guests. Yang berhormat Datuk Dr. Radzi Jidin, Senior Minister of Education Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Datuk Yusran Shah bin Muhammad Yusof, Secretary General of the Ministry of Education Malaysia. Yang berusaha Teknologis Mahathir Aziz, Chief Executive Officer of the Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation MDEC. Yang berbahagia Datin Sri Hajar Nur Zamani binti Abdul Hamid, Director General of the Ministry of Education Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Teknologis Dr. Muhammad Ekwan Haji Toriman, Vice Chancellor of Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Norazah Muhammad Nordin, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Industry, Alumni and Community Partnerships, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Distinguished guests, rakan-rakan media yang saya hormati sekalian, boys and girls of the future. My name is Nazruddin Rahman, your virtual host, and it's an absolute honor as a Malaysian and as a parent to be standing here to welcome all of you to the launch of Digital Innovator program at Pusat GENIUS at Pintar Negara, UKM. Let's have a round of virtual applause, please. It's going to be an exciting day, ladies and gentlemen, as we witness the launch of a great program that is aimed to nurture and produce world-class future innovators. DIP is a collaboration between the Ministry of Education, Pusat GENIUS at Pintar Negara, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, and the Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation, MDEC. It is a new curriculum track focusing on digital technology and innovation for high potential young innovators. Jadi di sini kita menggambling tenaga, kita membimbing anak-anak muda kita dan kita memacu mereka untuk berdaya saing di persada dunia. Before we begin good and proper, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call upon Ustaz Khairuddin bin Sujud to ask for blessings from the Almighty. Dipersilakan, Ustaz.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. حمدا ناعمين حمدا شاكرين حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيده يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك الكريم وعظيم سلطانك. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Praise be to Allah, Lord of the world. Let your blessings and your peace be upon your servant and messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his family and companions. Allahumma ya Allah, we express our gratitude to you for allowing us to organize the Digital Innovator Program DIP launch ceremony at Pusat GENIUS Pintar Negara, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Oh Allah, we ask for the safety and welfare of our committee and for this program. Oh Allah, Lord of the utmost authority, make the days that we have gone through together starts with your mercy, continue with your blessings, and ended with your forgiveness. Oh Allah, we pray for your guidance in the success of this event and it's with the victory of excellence. Allahumma ya Allah, with love and understanding between our hearts and resolve our broken of faith, guide us towards peace and paths of guidance. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar wa qina azaban nar wa qina azaban nar. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Ya Rabbal Alamin. Terima kasih diucapkan kepada Ustaz Khairuddin bin Sujud. All we do is for His grace and for His glory. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our first agenda, it is our honor to invite Technologist Mahathir Aziz, CEO of MDEC, And yang berbahagia, Profesor Datuk Technologist Dr. Muhammad Ekwan Haji Toriman, Vice Chancellor of UKM, to deliver their speeches and proceed with the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement for the Digital Innovator Program. Dipersilakan.
The Digital Innovator Program DIP builds on MDEC's highly successful My Digital Maker Digital Ninja program, an extracurricular initiative which has produced 515 high-potential young digital innovators since 2017. The program is an important initiative to ensure we consistently produce digital creators, innovators, and leaders to realize the goals set forth in the Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint My Digital. This also resonates with our DNA at MDEC, which is made of Nadi Digital, which focuses on 4 key thrust areas, namely new skills, adoption, disruptors, and investments. With DIP, we will be able to address gaps between talent fulfillment and workforce demands via provisioning of strong digital competencies. The DIP students will be equipped with hands-on skills to harness digital technologies to create solutions to solve real-world problems. They will also have a digital makerspace to work on their projects. And students will have access to mentors from the tech industry to guide them in their projects too. The establishment of the Digital Innovator Program at Pusat GENIUS at Pintar Negara represents the first of its kind. In collaboration with MOE and UKM, we will strive to replicate this model in other parts of the country.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. The Digital Innovators Program, or DIP, is a collaboration between UKM and the industry through Pusat GENIUS at Pintar Negara in an effort to strengthen the digital culture based on UKM 5 core values. This digital culture employs futuristic educations in teaching and learning methods that emphasize the educational ecosystem equipped with robot and drone creations technologies, augmented realities, virtual reality, and wearables that propels UKM to the forefronts of global higher education. The implementation of the IP, which was carried out in close collaborations with the Malaysia Digital Economy Corporations, or MDEC, is a positive and advanced step in supporting the university's digital transformations in line with the technological advancements. The DIP program entails close partnerships with a number of centres both within and outside of UKM. Among those involved are Pusat GENIUS at Pintar Negara, MOE, MDEC, and UKM faculties. I hope that the plannings and collaborative efforts of universities, industries, governments, as well as the community will be able to contribute to the transformations of education, especially in the development of talents of our bright students. UKM will support these aspirations by honing quality talents to provide ICT expertise for the country's economic development in the future. With this, I conclude my remarks. Thank you.
Congratulations indeed in embracing the new normal and also propelling Malaysia towards the future in fulfilling the needs of Industry Revolution 4.0. That was the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement for the Digital Innovator Program. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to call upon Yang Berhormat Datuk Dr. Radzi Jidin, Senior Minister of Education Malaysia, to give a speech and officiate the launch of the Digital Innovator Program at Pusat GENIUS at Pintar Negara, UKM. Dipersilakan Yang Berhormat.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and a very good morning to everyone. Distinguished guests ladies and gentlemen, digital technologies have brought far-reaching changes to the landscape of human life in the economic, educational, and industrial sectors. The central role of digital technologies and platforms to drive our nation towards becoming a high-income, progressive, and innovative country is apparent in both the Malaysian Digital Economic Blueprint, My Digital Blueprint, which was launched in February 2021, and more recently, the National 4th IR or 4IR policy, which was introduced in July 2021. Talent is naturally a key enabler in our digital economy agenda and is therefore highlighted in Thrust 4 of the My Digital Blueprint, which emphasizes the need to build agile and competent digital workforce. The importance of assembling these talents is also outlined as one of policy thrusts in the 4IR policy, which is to equip our people with knowledge and skill set related to 4IR. Both policies are set to transform Malaysia into a high-income nation driven by technology and digitalization by 2030. In addition, fostering talent to achieve the goal of becoming a high-income nation is also embedded in Chapter 10 of the 12th Malaysia Plan 2021-2025, which is on developing future talent. As part of this plan, the quality of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics or STEM education will be strengthened to introduce our students to cutting-edge technology. A new and advanced STEM curriculum with enrichment of digital technologies will be introduced by promoting linkages between school and industries. All these policies are likewise very much in line with the National Education Policy, which aims to nurture the full potential of our students, including through exposure to new technology. Ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that Malaysia continues to be a globally competitive country, it is not enough to develop digitally skilled talents. We need to develop a new breed of creative and innovative thinkers who can generate trailblazing ideas and solutions that benefit mankind. To this end, I am pleased that the Ministry of Education MOE has been working closely with the Malaysia Digital Economic Corporation MDEC to encourage our students to become digital producers of technology instead of mere consumers of technology. MOE and MDEC's collaboration through the My Digital Maker initiative started back in 2016. MDEC has played an important role in supporting MOE in the integration of computational thinking and computer science into national school curriculum, primarily assisting with training teachers, school leaders, and counselors, as well as facilitating collaboration with the tech industry to nurture students who are gifted in digital creativity and innovation. Today, this initiative has impacted more than 2 million school students nationwide and unearthed hundreds of highly talented students from all walks of life. Some of the examples of students who have benefited from this initiative are Muhammad Kaid Najdat, a student from Sekolah Menengah Sains Tunku Jaafar, Negeri Sembilan, won the gold medal for drone operating at the World Skills Championship 2020 in Russia. Second, Salih Yashar, Chan Hu Yan, students from SMK Aminuddin Baki, Kuala Lumpur, and Arif Amir Ali, a student from Malay College Kuala Kangsar, Perak, won first place at the Young Founder Summit 2020 Singapore, as well as Farisha Adriana binti Faris and Nur Iman Akmal binti Mazu Fazrul, students from SMK Kubang Krian, Kelantan, won third place at the 11th E-Learning International Contest of Outstanding New Ages World Contest 2021 in Seoul, South Korea. The My Digital Maker initiative has proven that our next generation of students who are digital native have the potential to be highly creative and talented when it comes to digital technology. The time has come for Malaysia to provide more institutional and scalable education pathways to nurture our young talents and to provide them with opportunities to become the nation's future innovators. This is especially critical in light of the intense competition between nations to attract and retain the best and brightest technopreneurs and innovators. Ladies and gentlemen, in our effort to institutionalize a conducive environment for such digitally gifted students, a strategic collaboration between the MOE, MDEC, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, and Pusat GENIUS Pintar Negara has been developed via a quadruple helix model to establish the Digital Innovator program. This model involves, first, educational institutions, namely schools and universities. Second, Ministry of Education Malaysia and Ministry of Higher Education. And third, industry partners including EdTech companies, tech corporations, NGOs, and foundations. And also community including parent, teacher association, and alumni. The Digital Innovator program is a special digital technology track to nurture the country's next generation of digital innovators. They will be a part of Pusat GENIUS Pintar Negara and will focus on digital technology, entrepreneurship, and project-based learning curriculum. This will ensure consistent development of top digital talents to sustain and grow our digital economy. With these new tracks, students who have strong aptitude for digital innovation and creativity will be able to pursue their interests in a focused secondary education path at Pusat GENIUS Pintar Negara UKM and strengthen their studies in the same field at tertiary level. With the establishment of Digital Innovators program, I am confident that our country will be able to accelerate the process of producing more innovators who are ready to leverage the ABCD of digital technology, namely artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud computing, and data science. Additionally, it is hoped that the success of implementing the Digital Innovator program at Pusat GENIUS Pintar Negara will set a benchmark and is scaled up in other mainstream schools in line with the country's agenda to engender an innovation-driven economy. With that, I hereby officiate the Digital Innovator program Pusat GENIUS Pintar Negara, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Congratulations once again to all involved. Thank you.
We live in a world where technology is at the forefront of human innovation. We can achieve greatness and uncover limitless potential. In the future, learning becomes exponentially faster with technology. It means embracing digital technology to shift learning paradigms, to push the boundaries of possibilities, and to challenge the gifted young minds of today. This is why equipping high potential and gifted students with the right skill sets is key to unlocking the future. Giving them the power of creativity to conquer the opportunities of the future. solving global problems of tomorrow. DIP connects students to technology and creates innovators. Digital Innovator Program, where future innovators are born.
Empowering our youth to achieve the future. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. The Digital Innovator Program has been launched. Terima kasih. Thank you to Yang Berhormat Datuk Dr. Radzi Jidin, Senior Minister of Education Malaysia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, pride is coursing through my brains, at the same time tinged with a little bit of curiosity. What goes on in the life of a Digital Innovator Program student? And so, please join me as we take a look at a day in the life of Logan and Welsam, two students from the DIP program. Silakan.
Hi, my name is Logan and this is my friend Welsam. We are Foundation 1 students of the Digital Innovator program. Today, we will walk you through our day in DIP. First, let's check out our digital makerspace. This is where my classmates and I experiment, ideate, create and have fun. This is the first step before we enter the space, face recognition. This is used as a security measure as can be seen here. Here's our creative zone. It is meant to challenge all of us with brainstorming and strategic thinking. It allows us to have fun while developing our game design skills. On the other hand, we do project-based learning, which is very different from a traditional subject-based classroom lesson. This workstation is for us to have group learning discussions, especially when we are preparing for digital making competitions. My team invented an ultrasonic motion sensor called SuperCap that will beep if someone is within 1 meter of the wearer. The sensor detects moving objects by reflecting an ultrasonic wave. As Malaysians continue to struggle with maintaining 1 meter social distance, the SuperCap will serve as a constant reminder and a hero in preventing the spread of airborne viruses. One part of our PBL is the basics of coding and learning to code. Here's an example of how our coding looks like. Besides that, we also have mentoring sessions with the industry experts. They taught us about perspective, angles, background design and character development, among other things. I'd say it was a worthwhile experience because all the information provided was quite valuable for someone like myself who is both artistic and interested in designing and programming. On top of that, we also participate in co-curricular activities such as programming and flying drones, creating digital games and many other fun activities. Now, let us take a look at what we will experience when we enter upper secondary level. This is the robotics lab. We will be given materials to build robot prototypes. Over here is the F1 lab where we will be given the right tools to experiment with F1 car prototypes, from crafting it from wood to 3D printing, simulation and visualization. It's a very exciting and fun project. That's all from us to introduce our school to you, and we can't wait for you to join us as part of DIP. See you soon!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am amazed indeed, especially looking at the fact when we were children, to be exposed to such things is unheard of. I was building stools in shop and now they're building robots and drones and such. My goodness, this is the way forward for the future and all for the benefit of our youth. And so, speaking of youth, ladies and gentlemen, our next item on the agenda is a panel discussion entitled Raising Digital Talent, the Journey of Malaysia's Digital Heroes. And we have 3 digital heroes with us here today. Let me introduce you to the panelists. First up, we have Siti Khadijah binti Amran, who is a Foundation 1 student of the Digital Innovator Program student, Cohort 1. She's 13 years old from Kelantan. Assalamualaikum. Hi, Khadijah. Let's give us a nice wave. DIP has kick-started its first cohort, as we've mentioned earlier, in March 2021, with 46 students enrolled, and she's one of the lucky 46. We'll get back to you later, Khadijah. Meanwhile, we'll introduce our second panelist. Mr. Kokway is alumni of Digital Ninja 2017. He's 20 years old from Sekinchan, Selangor, and DIP is built on MDEC's successful digital Digital Ninja program, which Kotwei was a part of, which is an extracurricular initiative successfully producing 515 high potential young digital innovators over the last 5 years. Kotwei is one of them, currently studying in Princeton University, USA, Ivy League. Let's give him a round of virtual applause. Thank you, Kotwei, for being with us here today. And last but not least, we have Kavish Nair, who's alumni of Pusat GENIUS Pintar Negara. He's 25 years old now, hailing from Klang. He's a fast-track student who had to compress Form 4 and the Form 5 syllabus at the age of 16. He was shortlisted to the top 15 to enroll in the fast-track program. So he had to sit for his SPM, his SATs, and his TOEFL as part of the university requirements. Extremely brilliant, I must say. And Kavish was given the chance to pursue undergraduate studies in Boston University, USA at the age of 17 years old. And now he's back and he'll be launching Quizzy, Malaysia's first multiplayer education gaming app where students can play against each other in real time at their convenience, which is just nice for the new normal that we're facing right now. He's currently working as an executive in strategy under the Petronas Digital Group. So Kavish, salute to you. Let's give a wave to those who are watching. Thank you to our youngsters for joining in this session. So we shall begin with Khadijah, the youngest. We start with the youngest, and of course, ladies first. Ya, kita semua gentlemen di sini. In the Digital Innovator program, Khadijah, I understand you are learning about digital technology from one, yeah, by doing project-based learning. We've got problem solving. We've also got computer science subjects through game development. You get to play games in your class. So it all sounds very exciting and cool for not so young people like me. So can you share with us, Khadijah, some of the exciting things that you've done in DIP so far?
Well, so far, we've learned computer science through game development. It teaches us to think critically and have creativity by developing games and 2D animations. We also do project-based learning. It's a unique type of learning that improves our communication skills because there's lots of group work being given to us. It makes us think innovatively and collaborate with other people to complete our assignments. All of this is done in the digital makerspace, where all of the discussion and magic happens. Aside from that, we've also met some industry mentors, from PlayStation to Blind Spot to Anime Vitae, which, if anyone knows, made the movie called The Wish Dragon. We also have this exclusive subject called Technopreneurship. It gives us students a boost and heads up on how to apply for jobs, write resumes, handle interviews, and all that stuff. It's a great class that will give us a great advantage in the long run.
I gotta say, yes, it really does give you an advantage in the long run. Good stuff. I do realize you mentioned a bit about the digital maker space. We saw a few pictures. Can you elaborate on the digital maker space that you've been speaking about?
Right. I'm glad you asked. It's a great place that has lots of tools like 3D printers and drones and microcontrollers and Arduinos and computers and coding kits to help us create cool things and explore the latest technology out there in the world. There, I can share my thoughts and discuss ideas with my classmates.
Very, very cool. So despite developing your knowledge in AI and computational thinking, I think this digital makerspace is really essential for Foundation 1 students to build your language, communication, and collaboration skills. Very, very important in Industry Revolution 4.0. Well done, Khatijah. Well done. And now we move on to our Princeton University man, Mr. Kotwei. Now, you mentioned the Digital Ninja program. Can you share with us how you started to be active in digital making and how MDEC's Digital Ninja program has helped you ignite this passion?
Okay, thank you so much for the great introduction, your question. My Digital Ninja journey actually started 5 years ago when I applied to the Digital Ninja program, and it was the best decision I've ever made. The best thing about the Digital Ninja program were definitely the opportunities and resources presented to me to fulfill my passion for inventing. Remember, during the Accelerator Labs, I've collaborated with many other student innovators on multiple projects, received personalized mentorships, and presented my projects to industry experts. One moment you could see me printing a 3D model in a makerspace, while on the other moment, I could be discussing business models with my teammates and preparing for a presentation. A few years ago,
Sorry, you were saying?
Sorry. Yeah, so a few years ago, I've had a chance to participate in a fully funded exchange program in Silicon Valley to further explore technology and entrepreneurship. I've met and learned from many entrepreneurs on how to start successful enterprises. And the lessons I learned in turn empowered me to start Project Jom Study. It's a social initiative to help students from my high school gain better access to conducive learning spaces. Under the Junior Ninja Career Immersion Program, I had an opportunity to intern at 2 startup companies during my Form 4 and Form 5 school breaks. And last but not least, right after my XPM examination, I also participated in a 10-day leadership bootcamp to learn about resume writing, video editing, scholarship applications, and many more. And these experiences and training in turn helped me secure a full scholarship to further my tertiary education here in the United States.
A full scholarship to Princeton is no mean feat. Is no mean feat at all. I remember you mentioned a little bit about going to Silicon Valley and presenting your projects to industry experts. Now that's an opportunity many would kill for. So can you share with us some of the challenges that you faced while working on your projects and presenting as well?
Oh, thank you so much for the questions. I think I would break these questions into 2 different parts. So the technical problems and also the emotional problems side. So for technical problems, it happens a lot, especially when I started learning something new and then bump into problems that I was unable to solve or troubleshoot. It could be a code that I couldn't fix or a component that simply didn't work. So the way I overcome these challenges is to first try it myself by doing research online, rechecking my code, going through my circuits and make sure that I'm able to find out the causes, the potential causes of the problem. If I really couldn't solve it myself, then I'll reach out for help. And one thing I learned from my experiences was that people are generally helpful and kind to help if you reach out to them. And on the emotional side of it, I used to be not so confident in public speaking, especially in English, because I have really low self-confidence back then. And it's definitely a huge barrier that I have to overcome to do presentation in English to industry experts, to people who are very successful. And it really took me a long time to overcome it. And the process is just to practice. I really have to practice a lot and make the first step to speak up. And over time, I get better at it.
Indeed. Now you speak with an accent. You can see the confidence oozing off you as well. Very different from that shy boy from Sekinchan, Selangor. Hopefully you'll come back to Malaysia and make waves, Scott Way. We are waiting your return, yeah? Well done. Thank you so much. And I've got a question for Kavish right now. I understand you're passionate about digital technology and especially in education with the project that you're leading right now. So as the alumni of College Genius at Pintar, do you think having DIP when you were in College Genius would have been beneficial for you? Do you feel like you missed out in developing your skills and career? And would you opt for this program if you were 5 years younger?
Great. Nah, thanks for the question. I will actually share from my personal experience. So basically, back then in Genius Pintar, I was actually very, passionate for finding new ways to actually promote, joyful learning. So that's when I actually came up with the idea to develop the mobile app Quizy, which it enables like students from all over Malaysia essentially to play against each other in real time. So that's when when you point out like Dr. Rolinda and yourself point out gamification is actually a key feature. It'll pique students' interest and also supplement interactive learning. So during my time back in 5 years younger, I had to self-learn a lot of things. So things like from ideation all the way to even marketing. We have to try to learn new things and essentially outsource some of the capabilities. But now having a program like DIP will be a significant leverage. So I would have developed my skills, have some in-depth exposure to digital technology, and also seek mentorship from tech leaders at that time. Yeah.
Excellent. And who knows, an alumni from the DIP program might be working with you and you might be sharing or collaborating experiences together. Who knows? But as a DIP student, we'll go back to Khatijah right now. Yeah, as a DIP student in the first cohort, why do you think this course would benefit you in the future?
It'll benefit me because my ambition is to become a game developer. So when I learn all these things, it'll be beneficial and useful for me in the future so that I can make all sorts of cool games and experiment on different things.
I am looking forward to your first game, Khatijah. If I was your parent, I'll be extremely proud of your achievement at this point in time. So keep on reaching for the stars, Khatijah. I've got a question for Kotway right now. You're in Princeton. I think you're in our final year, if I'm not mistaken. Are you in your final?
No, actually first year.
First year! Well, you've got quite a bit of a journey to go. But once you've completed your studies, how do you think you can contribute back to the country in order to grow our digital economy?
Oh, thank you again for the questions. There are actually many different things that I want to explore and do in the future. But as of now, I plan to major in either mechanical engineering or computer science. I'm particularly interested in healthcare, technology, and environmental conservation. So I wish to apply the skills and knowledge from a major to tackle challenges in these fields in Malaysia. I also wish to become a technopreneur that creates technology to make healthcare equipment more affordable and accessible to people in need.
My goodness, when I hear your vision for what you want to do, it warms my heart, especially when you mention sustainability. Sustainable development goals are really, really big when we talk about the benchmarks of Industry Revolution 4.0, and Malaysia really needs your brains to come back and bring us to that level. Yeah, Kawei? Looking forward when you touch down KLIA. Next up, I've got a question for Kavish. Yeah, I've been neglecting you quite a bit. So as a successful alumnus of College Genius, are there any golden words you would like to give to your fellow juniors who just started their journey to be Malaysia's digital heroes? Kavish.
Yeah, thanks, Nas. I think I'm always inspired by the saying "Carpe diem," meaning seize the day, right? So these kind of opportunities don't come by often, don't they? So I think today, especially in today's digital era, like DIP is a great platform. You have a wonderful team and in a thriving environment. So I would say mainly focus on developing your skills, follow your passion, and always remember to have fun along the way. And that's the key.
I love that. Remember to have fun while you're solving problems along the way. Hopefully, some creativity will definitely fall through and present a wonderful solution, not just for Malaysians, but for the rest of the world. It's a global stage that we're competing on at this point in time. So thanks for your words of advice, Kavish. How about Kotway? What would you like to say to inspire future young entrepreneurs and innovators?
Okay, I think for me, I think it's important that the future young innovators should, you guys should really start doing things that you're interested in, even though if they seem daunting at first. So don't be afraid to start small and trust the process will somehow lead you to your end goals.
Carpe diem from Kavish, trust the process from Kotway. Good words of advice right there. And now let's ask the current student of DIP, the first cohort, Khatijah. What would you like to wish potential friends who would like to join the DIP?
I'd just like to say, if you have a big goal or maybe just a small goal, you should pursue that goal so that you can just make it into something big, maybe possibly change the world.
Change the world. I like that spirit coming from a young lady such as yourself. Once again, Khatijah, congratulations on making it to the first cohort. Kotway, congratulations on your placement at Princeton. May you continue to reach for the stars. And Kavish, right now you are serving the country with Petronas, and hopefully your ideas will propel Malaysia to a better future. Thank you very, very much once again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a virtual round of applause for our panelists. Thank you so much. My goodness. Once again, as a parent, I'm really proud to see young Malaysians out there seizing the day. Carpe diem. And now, for those of you who've joined us, I tell you what, let's capture this wonderful moment, this moment in history. I'd like all of you to please switch on your cameras, and we'd like to have a virtual photo session. So everybody, switch on your cameras and let's capture this moment for the history books. All right, everyone, let's give us a big smile on your cameras. We shall capture on a moment of 3, 2, 1. Big smiles, everybody. Do maintain your smiles. We've got quite a few frames to go. Do continue to look at the cameras as we take another frame. 3, 2, 1. Terima kasih. Just a few more moments. Please look at the camera. Give us a big smile. This is the official launch of the Digital Innovator program brought to you by MDEC, UKM, and the Ministry of Education. All right, on the count of 3, 2, 1, let's double check with the organizers. Are we all good? We got 2 more pictures, 2 more frames. Continue to look at the cameras. Continue to smile. And let's capture this moment. Very good, very good. We've got one more frame left on the count of 3, 2, 1. Smile for the cameras. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tinggi-tinggi terima kasih diucapkan kepada anda yang bersama-sama kita untuk siaran langsung di atas talian ini. And boys and girls, that's all we have for today. Thank you for spending your time with us and joining us for the launch of Digital Innovator Program. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I certainly have. And once again, as a Malaysian and as a parent, sangat-sangat teruja. Looking forward to this program bearing fruit for the benefit of our great country, Malaysia. Once again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a great morning, everyone. Terima kasih kepada rakan-rakan media kita. Assalamualaikum.